everyone, thank you for checking out this math tutorial video. This is Mommy J and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, sa set ng slides na ito, I will teach you how to graph y equals x squared. It's a quadratic function, primarily using the horizontal and vertical shifts. So ito ay walang prior knowledge tayo ng analytic geometry or using the vertex or calculating the vertex of a parabola. Okay? So ang kailangan lang natin for the meantime is to know or to recall what is the graph of y equals x squared. Okay, so let us recall ano ba yung itsura ng y equals x squared na function or what is its graph, and also corresponding to that is another one related to that, y equals negative x squared. So we can see here that the graph of a quadratic function is a parabola. So paano nga ulit malalaman ng quadratic function? Naka-square yung x. Okay? So that's quadratic function. So the graph of y equals x squared is a parabola which originates from the origin. Yan. Ang tawag natin doon sa lowest point niya is vertex. So yung vertex ng y equals x squared ay nasa origin. And then, similar to this, but it's negative x squared. So, it's a parabola opening downwards. So, ayan siya. Still, the vertex is at the origin. So, yun yung difference lang nilang dalawa. Now, let us try to graph y equals x squared plus 1. So, yung kanina, y equals x squared lang. Okay? What will happen if there is a constant being added to y equals x squared? So, let's try to graph this using assigning values to x. So, let's say, for example, we assign values for x and then solve for y. Assign tayo ng 0. It's random, whatever you want, as long as this will be a parabola. Okay? Kasi naka-x squared siya eh. Yan. So, if we assign 0 sa x, 0 squared, so that will be 0 plus 1, so y is equal to 1. Okay? Yan. Now, let us assign another integer, halimbawa ay 1. Sign natin sa x, i-assign natin siya, so that will be 1 squared. 1 squared is 1 plus 1. So, 1 plus 1, that would be equal to 2. So, y equals 2. Let's try another 1. Negative 1 naman. So, when we assign negative 1 sa x, pati yung negative sign, ma-square yon. So, negative 1 squared is positive 1. Positive 1 plus 1, so y is equal to 2. So, ayan. So, yung mga co-ordered pairs natin dito is 0, 1, 1, 2, tsaka negative 1, 2. So, locate natin yan sa Cartesian coordinate. Ayan. So, 0, 1, plot natin yung 0, 1 na yan. 0, 1. Ayan. 1, 2. 1, 2. Negative 1, 2. Negative 1, positive 2. Ayan. So, since siya ay x squared, we will project na naka-open siya upwards. No? Pag naka-open downwards yung parabola mo, so y equals x squared plus 1, mali yun. So, siya ay opening upwards, and ayan yung parabola. O, nakikita na natin na pag kinonect natin yan, lagyan natin ng medyo curve lang po, ha? Ayan, hindi lang maganda yung yan. Pagkaka-curve. Pero yan yung parabola, which is y equals x squared plus 1. Now, comparing this to y equals x squared kanina, ano ba itsura ulit ng y equals x squared kanina. So that is a parabola opening upward pero nasa origin siya kanina. Yan yung y equals x squared. So, ibig sabihin, kapag pala y equals x squared plus 1, yung plus 1 ay nakaka-apekto sa kanyang movement. So, ibig sabihin from here, y equals x squared, yung graph natin ay tumaas ng 1 unit. Okay? So, the vertical shift comes from adding a constant to y equals x squared. So, ayan. Okay? So, that is y equals x squared plus 1. 1 unit upwards coming from y equals x squared kanina na nandun sa origin ang vertex. Okay? So, let's try these two examples. Without assigning values to x, let us graph y equals x squared plus 5 right away. So, from what we have learned kanina, when we add a constant, it will affect y equals x squared graph. It will shift 5 units upward. Okay? So, the plus 5 there means 5 units upward. So, ibig sabihin, dati yung y equals x squared na nasa origin, 5 units up. So, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nandiyan na siya, yung origin. Okay? I mean, nandiyan na yung vertex. Nandiyan na yung vertex ng parabola. Y equals x squared plus 5. Okay? So, nandun siya. Yan. Tapos, lagyan natin ng mga points. Yan. Laging meron siyang ganyang points. 1 unit from this vertex. Kasi x squared lang naman siya. We will not be considering here yung merong coefficient ng x squared. Okay? Only the basic of a quadratic function, y equals x squared. So, yan ang graph ng y equals x squared plus 5. Para mapakita lang sa inyo yung vertical shift. Ano po? So, y equals x squared plus 5. So, yung alam natin na y equals x squared na nasa origin, nandito siya dapat, nadagdagan ng 5 units yung vertex. Umakyat 5 units. Now, how about y equals x squared minus 3? Again, this graph is a parabola opening upwards kasi x squared eh. Y equals x squared positive. Now, the negative 3 here, ang ibig sabihin yan, kung originally nasa origin ang y equals x squared vertex, bababa naman siya ng 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So, nandito na yung pinaka mababang point ng parabola natin. Sa negative 3. Okay? So, ang y equals x squared minus 3, ayan na siya. Connect lang natin yung mga points na yan. Medyo curve po ha, hindi pa ganito ha, hindi ganan. Mali yan. So, this one is that particular graph, hindi po yan, mali yan. This is one is the parabola. Okay? Ayan, itsura niya. So, this is the graph. And then this one for x squared plus 5. Okay, how about if we add a constant to x, but there's a parenthesis like this, y equals x plus 3 quantity squared. Okay, we can try using or assigning values for x and then solve for y. Okay, now let us assign let's say, negative 3. So, negative 3, when we assign it to x, negative 3 yung x natin, ito, if x is negative 3, negative 3 plus 3. So, that would be 0. And then 0 squared is 0. Okay? Yan. Let me give you two more values that we can assign. Let's say, for example, negative 4. Okay? Negative 4. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Okay? So, negative 4 assigned for x. Negative 4 plus 3, negative 1. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. Okay? And then, let us assign negative 2. We assign negative 2 sa x. That will be negative 2 plus 3. Positive 1. Positive 1 squared is 1. So, y is equal to 1 also. So, these are the 3 points that we can use in order to graph this y equals quantity x plus 3 squared. Negative 3, 0. Negative 4, 1. Negative 2, 1. Actually, yung mga pinili ko na x values in such a way that we can see the parabola. Na po? Kasi, if we assign random values, probably hindi natin makita yung pinaka-parabola. So, with the ones that I have chosen na mga numbers for x, makikita natin yung parabola. So, ayan. Okay? So, what happened to y equals x squared? That we know from the start, yung parabola na nasa origin. So, di ba nandito nga siya kanina? Andito yung parabola natin na y equals x squared eh. Yan, nandyan siya. So, what happens when there is an added constant and then inad natin yung sa x bago siya in-square? Okay? So, positive 3 yan. So, nagkaroon ng shifting pakaliwa to the left. Okay? So, originally, yung y equals x squared nasa origin ng vertex, nagkaroon ng 3 units to the left. So, yung positive 3 na yon, it doesn't mean na 3 units to the right. That one means 3 units to the left. Okay? Similarly, if we have, let's say for example, if we have y equals quantity x plus 1 squared. Yan naman ay 1 unit to the left. Pakaliwa din. So, mula sa origin, andito yung magiging vertex na niya. 1 unit to the left. So, magiging ganito yung parabola na yan. Okay? Yung y equals x plus 1 squared. Yan, yung dilaw na yan. Okay? 1 unit to the left. 3 units to the left. Now, let me give you a parabola going to the right. Ano naman ang itsura nun? So, let's say for example, y equals x minus 2 squared. Yan. So, yung negative 2 na yan, it means that 2 units to the right from the original position of y equals x squared. 1, 2. So, nandito na yung vertex niya. Okay? Yan. Okay, so that is y equals x minus 2 quantity squared. Okay, so let's try this one. Y equals quantity x plus 5 squared. Yan. So, kanina, we have seen that Whenever we add a constant positive 5 here, it means shifting of the y equals x squared to the left. If it's positive, being added to x, that positive sign will indicate that y equals x squared shifted to the left. So this will be 5 units to the left of the original graph of y equals x squared. So that means, okay, so look at this one. Sa Cartesian tayo. So nandito yung original natin na y equals x squared, 5 units to the left. So that means nandito na sa 5, negative 5 yung kanyang vertex. So here you go. This one, mga points. Those are actually points ng y equals x squared. Parang guide points siya. Guide natin. Ayan, okay? So, y equals quantity x plus 5 squared. Yan ang graph niya. And then, y equals x minus 3 squared. X minus 3 quantity squared. Ibig sabihin, ang minus 3 units to the right from the original y equals x squared vertex. Andito na ngayon ang vertex ng ating parabola. So, let us put some points. Yan, yung points na yan, ulit. Yung points na nilagay ko lagi, yan mga yan, those are actually guide natin for the basic y equals x squared. Diba? So, ang y equals x squared kasi, again, nasa origin, and then x squared, diba? Pag x squared, halimbawa, if x is 1, therefore y is 1. Yan yung guide natin. If x is negative 1, negative 1 squared, positive 1 din yun. So, ayan lang siya. Basically, yung mga ginagraph natin dito, kamukha lang ng y equals x squared. Karoon lang ng shifting up, down, o kaya naman ay left and right. Okay? So, magkakamukha lang sila. Okay, so paano naman kung sabay na yung vertical tsaka horizontal shift like this examples? Y equals quantity x plus 2 squared and then minus 2. Yan. So, yung kanina natin, yung previous slide, ito lang. Ito yung mas nauna ka example. May minus 2, may constant sa labas. Nakahiwalay. Okay? So, nasa na kaya yung graph natin na parabola? Makikita. So, basically, we will find the vertex using the horizontal and vertical shifts, okay? So, alin dyan yung horizontal shift? Kaliwa, kanan. So, yung 2 na nasa loob ng parenthesis, positive 2, ito pa lang yung kanina natin, previous slide. This means 2 units to the left. So, sulat natin para hindi natin makalimutan. 2 units to the left. And then, yung constant na to na nandito, nakahiwalay sa squared, that will affect the vertical shift. Pagka negative, it means upward or downward? Downward. So, yung negative 2 dyan outside, that means 2 downward. Okay? 2 down. Ito namang 2 left. Yan naman yung ibig sabihin nun. Okay? So, nasan ngayon ang ating vertex? Originally, nandito sa origin siya. Tapos, 2 to the left, 1, 2. Tapos, 2 units down, 1, 2. So, nandito na ang vertex. Negative 2, negative 2 yan. Okay? Drawing na natin. And then, since kahawig lang naman yung parabola ng y equals x squared, yun yung mga points na pwede nating i-add in order to graph this quadratic function. Ayan. So, yan ang graph ng y equals quantity x plus 2 squared minus 2. Okay? Now, let's try number 2. Okay. So, in this case naman, negative 1 nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, that means 1 unit to the right. So, isulat natin yan para hindi natin makalimutan. 1 unit to the right. And then, this is positive 3 constant here. It means a vertical shift. Tataas siya. Actually, dahil positive, 3 units upward. So, 3 units upward. Again, ang reference natin yung origin. No, nasa origin yung vertex ng y equals x squared. 1 unit to the right. So, kung nandito original yung ating parabola, y equals x squared. In this case, sa number 2, 1 unit to the right and 3 units up. 1, 2, 3. So, nandito na ngayon yung vertex. Okay? Okay, so that's the graph of y equals quantity x minus 1 squared plus 3. Alright, so that's all for these slides. I hope you have understood everything about this topic. And please do subscribe and turn on notifications for future lecture videos. Thank you!